Hey everyone! I'm gonna do a review of Hong Kong Master Cook, the one that's located at Resto Macapagal. My husband and I actually didn't know this was a seaside restaurant. It was our mistake. But the only reason I have to say that is because we were so hungry. After Mass, we had to go straight to the restaurant, but we had to run a few errands, meaning grocery, until we got to Macapagal. That's the only time we realized it's dampa style of dining, right? And while we do love or we do like dampa, it just didn't fit right into the schedule, I would say, because we were rushing to get a few more errands done for the rest of our weekend. So we really didn't look forward to queues and waiting, and even the wet market to table concept on a Sunday, which is supposed to be the easiest or laziest day of the week for us. But so we went there because we wanted to try it out. We've seen it in posts of friends and social media, and we were really craving for seafood as well. Well, I was craving for seafood, and since we were celebrating Chinese New Year, we really wanted to get some crabs and scallops and stuff like that. So normally when you go to a restaurant, especially the good local ones, even abroad, like, you would look forward to really good food. And hey, sorry, got interrupted because my husband is now ready to eat his dinner. But so we went to the restaurant, and I just saw the reaction on Alvin's face, and it wasn't good. Only because it's a typical, I would say, it's a typical local Chinese restaurant. It's not really the cleanest place or cleanest restaurant or eatery to go to. There were lots of people, which my husband really hates. And it took a while to actually get to our late lunch because, of course, we had to market and they had to cook whatever we purchased from the wet market. So we had salted egg crabs, which was highly recommended by Lechon Diva herself, Dedet or Det. We also had, that one's really good. I mean, we've eaten in Jumbo restaurant in Singapore, and even Mama Kong, which are my favorite go-to seafood restaurants in Singapore. And this one really just takes it notches higher up than the ones we've had in Mama Kong. The garlic butter shrimps were so-so. And of course, we had garlic rice, he had plain rice. What else did we have, love? Oh, the lapu-lapu. That was really good, very flavorful. It was almost like Singapore on a plate, I would say. I'm asking to be coached by Alvin because he has his own opinion about the food that we had. And then we also had the freshest and I think the closest to province-like halaan soup. It was so flavorful, which wasn't really a surprise to us because when we got to the wet market, the clams were literally still fresh and alive. So the soup was really, really good for starters. And we also liked the fried chicken. Was a surprise because it's a seafood restaurant. But again, we took the recommendation of Lechon Diva because she actually highlighted this fried chicken dish as one of its best from this resto. So we tried it all out. We had so much to take out. For value of money or value for money, I would say it's relatively okay, only because they came in very huge servings. It was still pricey. I would say the selling prices were still steep because you had to market. And crabs, the two big crabs that we purchased was about 1,200, maybe because there was free entertainment. Ate was dancing with the rest of her crew to Tala, but that was really entertaining. And then I had to bargain. I said, Ate, 1,100 na lang. And pumayag naman. So, but the rest, they came pretty cheap. Like the clams, I think for a half a kilo portion, they were sold to us for $100. The cooking price of Master Cook Relatively, I would say okay as well. They were not really expensive nor cheap. But please do mind there are two Hong Kong master restaurants in the area. One is Master Cook, the other one is Master Chef. We went to Master Cook, which was receiving more, or I would say better reviews than Master Chef. So it wasn't exactly clean. That's how I would generally describe the place. It's seaside, so expect that you would have this stench of the bay, and it's not like the usual sea breeze that you would experience in other countries. But once you get closer and closer to the doorstep of the restaurant, you'd also smell less and less of that bay smell or stench, I would say, for better description. So that's it. I think all in all, we've had very sumptuous lunch at Master Cook. But hopefully this would summarize it all. My husband said we're not going back there in the next 10 years. Only because of the other unpleasant experiences that we've had. The queues. Or maybe it's just also the wrong timing. We were really so hungry and we didn't want to wait long. But the video is really primarily for a storyteller like me. I'm not an influencer, but I do believe in the power of influence, that it should always come with a value or a virtue that I really so hold dear to my heart, and that's authenticity. I don't believe in sharing anything that's not really personally approved. So there you have it. That's the review that I have for Hong Kong Master Cook, and hopefully you find your way there and you enjoy it better than we did, or you find a better restaurant, then go ahead and share it with us as well. Bye!